What is going up, traders? All right, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about how you can make upwards of $439 and some change, like I did today, day trading this stock right here. So this is GBR, and this stock really just kind of took off, and it was crazy. So as you guys can see, there's a low of 195 and a high of $4.44. So pretty much what that's saying is if you would have bought in at the peak low and sold at the peak high, you would have made around 123%. So that's doubling your money and an extra 22%. So that right there is something that you would, if you were a beginner trader and you did this, you would literally make a lot of money very fast. And if you had an account with $100,000, you would have made, I don't even know, $122,000 off that trade. And that is crazy. In a single day, we have this type of move. You know, I hopped in here around this consolidation at around 280 to get a push up to $3. And even when I did that, I sold at around 3 because there was this previous resistance here. But even when I did that, I felt like I was chasing this stock just because of how it was moving. You know, if you saw this going on, the stock and it's up and it's just consolidating right here, you would be like, okay, what is going on? You know, we have low volume, we used to have high. So why did I hop into this trade? Well, two things. We had a volume spike right when I started buying. So as you guys can see, we went from here to here, hit a low, and then boom, boom, boom. And if you guys don't think that volume moves stocks, well, this is a prime example of, well, you guys don't know a whole lot. So this stock right here, as you guys can see, I bought in at 280, 280, yeah, around here, maybe on this. I don't 100% remember, but I waited, and the entire time I was thinking, okay, if it drops below the 100 moving average line, so that's the yellow, I am out of this. And even that type of movement is, you know, a 3 or 2% gain. So pretty much I'm risking 2% to make, I'll show you. All right. So as you guys can see, so I'm in right here. So I'm 2% pretty much to make 8. And that's a very realistic scenario. That was my risk to reward ratio. I can't even talk right now, because it had a previous resistance right here at around $3. That's where it started to fall and then consolidate. And then I knew, well, okay, well, we could get another gap up here, especially when we start getting an increase in volume, and a lot of traders are going to start entering the stock here. And it was late in the day, which was very surprising. I didn't even get a chance to call this one out because it wasn't a gapper. This was 100% a momentum stock. So this stock showed up on my Momo scanner, and that's just a stock that moves over 4% within 5 minutes. And as you guys can see, it did that pretty easily. And I saw it was sitting there. So I clicked on it. You know, I watched it. I'm watching it go from $2 pretty much, roughly $2. I hit it, saw it hit 260, fell, saw it push up to 3. I'm like, oh my goodness, you know, what is going on with this stock, you know? So then it kind of fell off, and I said, okay, this is the opportunity for me to make some money. You know, I think I finished up around 12 or 11%. And, you know, it just fell, and then it just started to fall some more. And I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity right here. I saw time in sales. I had time in sales up, and it was lighting up like a Christmas tree, red, or not red, green. Can't even think. It was lighting up green. I said, okay, Let's see if we can get something filled. So I clicked the buy button. I got filled, and I want to say it was at 280, like on the dot, which was a decent price, because it was a pretty hard resistance or hard support there, which was good. So then it just started to push up, and right when it did this first candlestick here, whoa, where are we? Right when it did this first candlestick here, and broke this, I said, well, that pretty much was very, very fast, So I waited and I waited, and then I waited, and I saw this red right here. I saw these two reds, and I said, okay, this is going to be the deciding point if it can bounce off this 9 moving average line. And, I saw this big spike down back to $3, and I thought, okay, well, this is going to start to crash back down, because it did pop over $3 here. Wait, where are we? It did pop over $3, but then it just fell, and I thought that's what it was going to do again. So I put an order in and got filled at 310, and just that. So 280 was, like I said, an almost 11% gain, which was fantastic. I was super proud of it. And then the thing that sucked was, look at this. I bought all the way down here. Imagine if I would have bought and sold all the way up here. This would have been a 41% winner. I would have been, crazy. But I took my profits, and I was like, okay, I've been waiting around, for opportunity for a while. Now that's just be done for the day. Because I did take a trade earlier, and it was only a $40 winner. And I was happy with it. I just didn't like the movements of it. It was what was it? OGEN. So this was my trade for the day here on this thing. So what I did is I waited for the market to open, and I literally bought in at $1. I bought 2,000 shares, and this thing just started moving, and right when it got to 104, I saw it start to get a little weird, because it started to make these large spreads. And I'm not a big fan of that when they're side by side. If they're going up, that's different. But when they're like this is just an undeciding stock. It doesn't know whether to go up or down. It's just making these large spreads. So I'm like, I'm getting out of this, and 103 or 104. Click the sell button, $40 winner. I was like, all right, well, that's not what I wanted. And as you guys can see, I'm thankful I did that, because look at this. This thing just started to fall off, and I would have lost a significant amount of money if I would have held it. So that's, pretty much how I make upwards of $400 a day trading stocks. It's very easy. It's not easy. It just takes time, practice, patience. Those are the biggest things. So if you guys want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals, I highly recommend going out and checking out my trading chat room. It's right here. As you guys can see, all we do is just talk about stocks, different movers, what kind of the market environment was. Today was a little slow, and then I called out GBR, and that was when it was up 120%. We talk, a whole bunch of stocks that we always pick out to keep an eye on. It's just a really great environment. So I'll put that down below for you guys to check out. But that's how I make upwards of $400 a day, only working, an hour a day, or maybe in 2 hours. I don't go over 2 hours. Normally by 11 o'clock, I am either cutting my losses, or I am in a position for a swing trade, or I am in profit. So that's pretty much it, though. So that's it, though. Like I said before, remember, always stay happy, stay positive, and I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the week, and we all stay green here for as long as we can and make as much money as we can here. And, I highly recommend learning these patterns. I always talk about them. This one was kind of a gap and go. I bought in at that dollar because that was a pretty hard support. It just didn't work out like I wanted to, and that's what happens sometimes when you trade these. And then GBR was just a stock that we get that moves, and traders jump on it, investors jump on it, and then it continues to ride up, and you just make profits, and everybody's happy. But you always got to be careful, because when a stock's overextended, like GBR earlier, went from $4.40, 44 cents, popped all the way back down to around 380, pretty much. Something that happens. It's just buys and then crashes. So that's what I was skeptical of earlier. I didn't want it to crash back down. But once I saw this first green candlestick here, I knew we were in business just because of how much volume we had and the time and sales in the level 2, what was happening. So that's it, though. I'm going to be done talking to you guys. Remember to always stay happy, stay positive, and I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the week. I already know I said this again, but I always do it. Take care, guys.